Welcome to this full moon in Capricorn ritual. Now, this full moon in Capricorn is a lunar eclipse of 2019 July, and it's the full moon in Capricorn lunar eclipse. So let's dive right into some areas that is going to be such a great blessing of release and importance in our life at this season, and the decisions that we make with this release will carry on for 6+ months. So let's get right into what we're going to be doing far as a ritual and bath and setting our intentions. Okay, so this full moon in Capricorn and lunar eclipse, we're going to be guided to face some areas. Okay, so we're going to come face to face with all we need to let go, all we need to release, bring closure to. All right, so the full moon will also invoke a sense of living on purpose. It's going to bring out some areas of confidence as well as what you want to achieve in life. So it's a time of reflection, release, and letting go. All right, so first we will write down a few areas. You're going to journal it, but you're going to first write down a few areas to release, okay? And here are a few key areas that I'm going to give to you. And as you sit down and search yourself and journal and take time with yourself and hear what is said from within, you're going to be able to tap into the areas that you need to write down and some key areas. So everybody's key areas will probably be different, but here are a few suggestions, okay? So it's going to deal with financial matters. You can pick financial matters, taking control, mastery of skills, personal authority, getting credentials, bringing emotions into light, all right, strengthening your body, and much more in areas that you are guided to release, okay, that you are guided to release. Now, everybody's guidance is going to be different. So those that come to this channel, and welcome if you're new, we always do a release with writing on joss paper. Now, I know I'm going to get a few questions about what if I don't have this. Joss's paper is my paper of preference that I teach the magical practitioners that adhere to use joss paper. This paper has been around for eons. It's very light, as you can see, and it burns very quickly. Now, when you get ready to burn what you're writing down to release, you're going to take this outside. Now, as you see, I wrote down what needs to be done with joss paper. Now, I wrote down, you're going to write down a few areas that need to be released. And you're going to sign and date it on here, okay? And then you're going to roll it away from you, which I always teach. And you're going to burn it. My preference is, in this case, to burn outdoors in the moonlight, please. Now, this is done with the moonlight. We're talking about the full moon in Capricorn lunar eclipse. So the full moon only comes out at night, not sun. We're not burning with the sun. That's a whole different energy. So what are we going to do? Sign and date what we're releasing, and we're going to roll it away because we are doing what? Releasing. Okay, so we're going to roll it away. Now, what we're going to do is burn our release because we're letting it go. Joss paper burns very quickly, so we're going to release. Okay, always practice what? Fire safety first. I always use a fire safety shell, or you can use an ashtray, a pot, or whatever you have handy dandy. Okay, so we're going to release our areas that we need to release. Okay, you see it burning very quickly. See that smoke? That's that vibration. You see it's in a circle. Certain vibration that goes on with this joss paper. All right, joss paper you can get at any Asian market locally. Is right there. It's in every area. Okay, so you see that burning. We're going to take this out into the moonlight. I know I'm going to get a question, Ranita, what do I do with the ashes? You can do as you please with the ashes. You can take and you can flush it down the toilet. It's safe because it's joss paper. You can also take and blow it out into the air, or you can just sprinkle it into the water or sprinkle it into your grass because it's going to get grounded into the what? The earth. Okay, that's the key. Now, so that's what we're doing, our release. Releasing what we need to release from us with this full moon. Now, What we're going to do also is we're going to do a bath. So let me get some clarity information. We're always going to cleanse the area, okay? So we're always going to use either whatever you have. You can use a smudging stick, which is sage if you like. A lot of people, whatever floats your boat. It doesn't necessarily have to have white sage or blue sage. Whatever you have that's comfortable. So you can use white sage to cleanse your area. You can use Palo Santo. If I'm mispronouncing, it's okay, but you know what I'm saying, Palo Santo. You can use that to smudge your area. I use it a lot. As you can see, I have several sticks. You can also, to lift that area as well, I'm recommending to use frankincense with this month's smudging as well, and using this to burn while you're taking your bath. I'm suggesting to use frankincense, or you can use the moon incense that you may have handy, okay? So that's a preference, all right? You're going to use 2 candles like we did the last time. Because we're working with the lunar eclipse, I want you to use 2 candles. You can use a black candle and a white candle during taking your bath. Why, Ranita? It's a balancing. Light, dark, okay? Because they're crossing between the two with the lunar. Even though the lunar is not a full, but it's turning everything black and white. You're going to see a glimpse, okay? So use black. If you don't, I'm always going to get this question. If you don't have access to a small black candle, you can use a brown candle if you can gain access to it, or because I represent Capricorn, if not, just use 2 white candles because they can be neutral, but preferably if you can get a black candle, okay? So you're going to burn these at the time of you taking your bath, all right? Now, we're going to use that, white candles. We're going to use our smudging as well in our bath water. Check out the description box down below. You can see where I always put what we do before we take a spiritual bath. I'm not going to explain that, but we have a system that we do before we create our bath. Now you're going to use your bath water in your tub. You get it as hot as possible. You're going to, for 3 nights straight, 3 nights, not during the day. We're doing it at night before bed. You're going to put at least 8 ounces or a full cup of Epsom salt. You can use either a full cup of Epsom salt and a half, whatever you feel that's comfortable. Okay, but making sure that you put a minimum of a full cup of Epsom salt in there. If you don't have Epsom salt, you can substitute with sea salt or Himalaya salt, but prefer Epsom salt. Normally we can get that anywhere, all right? Also, too, we're going to add 2 tablespoons of Florida water, okay? I am recommending Florida water this go around. You can get this at any local botanical farmers market. If you can't get that, also let you know that I do sell metaphysical supplies, so you can always buy Florida water through me. All right, and I also charge it. So charge it, but also too, you're going to put 2 tablespoons of Florida water in your bath water, okay? Now, what you're going to do is when you get in that bath water, you're going to put your candles, you're going to light it, all right? Light your candles. You got your incense burning. You set in the environment. You're going to sit in that bath water for a minimum of 21 minutes. And as you burn your candles, okay, if you need to know how to cleanse your candles, I will link it in the description box below. You need to cleanse your candles. You shouldn't just go right into burn the candle. They got other energies. That's another topic, okay? But cleanse your candles every time you light candles. 3 nights straight, and then the 3rd night, you're gonna let the candles burn. For safety reasons, if you cannot shut the candles off, the next day cut them back on and let them burn as you are home for safety purposes, okay? Now, when you get in the tub and your candles are lit, you're going to recite the following. Closed caption this, recite, because if you close caption this, you can see what I'm saying, okay? So here's what we're going to quote as we get into our bath water and sit there for a minute and meditate for 21 minutes, brush the water bring the water to you. Take a cup of water as well. Make sure you, if you can, let it run into your hair. If not, put a shower cap on. Pour the water over your head because you're doing a total cleanse. So what we're going to say out loud is, I cleanse my energy with light and love. I release all heavy weight that's no longer serving me. I let go of any fears that are surrounding me and blocking me from moving forward. I release and let go of all pains of elements that surrounds me now. I am light, I am love, I am cleansed. I'm going to repeat this. I cleanse my energy with light and love. I release all heavy weights that no longer serve me. I let go of any fears that are surrounding me and blocking me from moving forward. I release and let go of all pains or elements that surrounds me now. I am light, I am love, I am cleansed. Okay, that is what our affirmation will be each time we take our bath for how many days straight? 3 nights straight. Always keep in mind, whatever your schedule is like, if you work nights, do accordingly. All right, that means if you get home, whatever works for you. You can maneuver this if you work night shift, okay? That's only for those that are night shifters. Other than that, everybody else, if you work in a standard schedule, do accordingly. All right. I love you for watching today. Have a great magical full moon in Capricorn lunar eclipse of July 2019. It did take me a little bit of time to bring this to you, spiritual family and spirit tribe, because I really was sitting down. You know how I do. That comes here. Welcome new subscribers. I sit down. I really take the time to get a clearance on what way we should go. All right. So I love you for watching today. Have a great magical full moon in Capricorn and lunar eclipse. Click that wiggly box down below. Ding dong ding. So you can get the daily fresh tarot card reading that comes to you on a daily basis. Namaste. Namaste.